Hi, my happy enders. It is another week. Yay, I am excited. I have some good episodes coming up, and this is going to be cool. This episode is Ari Mannis. He was a door guy, or is a door guy still at the Comedy Store when I started working there, and we got to know each other. I've been his wingman a couple times, so we just talk about the Comedy Store, comedy. Ari actually has a gay brother, and I'm trying to make one of my sons gay, so that's fun as well. Please don't take offense of that. I know some people get kind of crazy. We talk about how I live in poverty and Mexican prostitutes. So please like, click, subscribe, comment. Send me an email at joyshappyendings@gmail.com. Once again, always thank you to Care by Design for your CBD lotion. It is the greatest stuff on earth. And Absolute Extract for your THC products as well. Enjoy. Get undressed, get under the sheets. Ooh, you're in for a treat. No, I promise this is not a dream. It's just a happy ending with Joy Eileen. All right, you ready for this?
I guess so.
I like how you're holding on.
Yeah, it's a ride.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone hold on like that before.
Massages hurt. Some people really like them. I don't know if I do or not.
How many have you had?
2.
Okay, where?
One time in Bali.
Okay.
And she didn't speak any English, but it seemed like she knew what she was doing.
Okay.
And then one time I got one with my mom. Just in, I think, Palm Springs.
Did she feel like she knew what she was doing?
Yeah, both times they knew what they were doing, but I think I just don't like being touched that much.
Okay. All right.
I like doing the touching.
Do you want me to get on the table?
No. I don't want to touch you, though. I want to touch like a hot babe.
Thank you, Ari. Appreciate
You're married.
everything that just came out of your mouth.
You're a married woman.
I am a married
Even
woman.
this feels like you shouldn't be doing this to another man.
Okay.
If your husband was here, I'd feel very uncomfortable.
He feels...
More than I already do.
Like on a scale from 1 to 10, how uncomfortable are you right now?
7.
Okay. Do you think like later it will be less?
Maybe. It's probably good for me. It's good to be uncomfortable. Get you out of your element.
Yeah, but not when you're supposed to be relaxing.
I didn't know massage oils were getting into this. That means I'm going to need a shower after this, probably.
No, the lotion should soak in. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't use oil or anything.
Okay, good.
So you'll be good. Okay, do you want to, I guess, introduce yourself?
First, you try to introduce me, and then if I don't like your intro, then I'll correct it.
Ow, okay. Well, that's kind of pressure.
Yeah.
Like
so pretend like you're hosting, and you'll bring me up on stage.
I'm bringing you up on stage. Okay,
Yeah.
Our next comic has been at the La Jolla Comedy Store. He's been all around the world. Give it up for Ari Mannis.
All right, it's pretty good.
Thank you.
I wouldn't complain if a host gave me that intro.
What else do you want?
But it's not personal. That's like...
No, it was very generic.
Generic. Okay, what do I want? He has his own podcast, Unlicensed Therapy.
Ooh, okay.
What else? That's about it. I guess I don't have really anything going on. I have no credits to plug. I make funny videos.
Where do you post those?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'm cold-hearted. But nice inside. On the inside.
How do you feel? Like, how do you feel that you're cold-hearted?
Actually, I don't feel cold-hearted, but enough people have told me that I'm cold and come across as a dick, where I've just accepted it.
Really?
But I don't feel that way. But enough people have said it where I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm kind of cold.
Because you were one of the first door guys that I met, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not mean.
No.
I'm just a little standoffish, maybe.
But I think all comedians kind of are. We're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a microphone in your hand, it's different.
It is different.
That's how I feel like when I pick the kids up from school. I'm like, oh, God, I hope no fucking moms want to talk to me. I'm like, just go.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3 boys.
Wow. How old are they?
19, 13, and 8.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So you still got 2 that you're taking care of.
Oh, I'm still taking care of the 19-year-old as well.
How come he's immature?
He's just lazy. I love him, but he's lazy.
Wait, so do you live in a house?
Uh-huh.
And how many, with like 4 bedrooms?
Nope.
How many bedrooms is your
2.
house? So they share, 2 of them share a room?
3 of them share a room.
They all share a room?
Yep. They have triple bunk beds.
So they're living that poverty life.
Pretty much, yes.
All right. Cool.
See, okay, the reason we live there, one, is because it's awesome, but we call it the compound. Mm-hmm. So John's grandpa...
What part of town is it in?
It's in Valencia, Santa Clarita.
Okay, so valley.
Uh-huh.
Deep valley.
Magic Mountain. We just had our first school shooting, so yay.
Okay.
That was
your
cool.
School shooting cherry.
Yeah. So we got one. We were on the map.
Welcome to America.
Yay. Bow, bow, bow. But so John's grandpa bought this property and he built 3 houses and 4 apartments.
Okay.
So it's my mother-in-law's house, my sister-in-law's house, our house, and then the apartments.
Oh, so it's like a family farm.
So, I mean, even though I say I have a 2-bedroom house, it's not like I can't go to my mother-in-law's house or my sister-in-law's house. And
Sounds like a Mormon cult.
A little bit, yeah. Just no religion, thank God.
And no second wife.
No, I would kill John.
Mormon cult with all the boring parts, all the exciting parts taken away.
Yes. No, I would kill him if he wanted a second wife.
You're jealous?
Oh, hardcore. Like, I don't love him like a normal person. I stalker love him. Mm. I tell him that I stare at him while he sleeps. He doesn't like that. I'm not the nicest wife.
But you've been together for 20 years?
We've been married 12, together 15.
Oh, okay. So your kids are with another man.
No, Tyler is John's. My oldest is John's.
Got it.
And then the 2 little ones
are
ours.
Got it. So do you love the 2 little ones more?
No.
Be honest. No one's listening.
No, honestly, like, it did take me a long time. But no, like, Tyler's just one of my kids.
That's nice.
He was 3.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was really hard because his mom was a crazy fucking bitch. So I think some of the resentment was just because I had to deal with her.
Yeah.
But when she went away, no, I don't think... She
died?
No, she just
left,
disappeared.
Nice.
And then after that, I think I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, he doesn't have a mom. I have mom abilities, kind of. Mm-hmm. I'm not the greatest mom. But I was like, okay, cool.
Why don't you think you're the greatest mom?
Because
each kid they all share a room?
Yeah, they all share a room.
It'd be so weird to be 19 sharing a room with an 8-year-old.
You'd think he'd go away.
That would be nuts.
Yeah. And get this. You want to hear how weird this is? He chose the middle bunk.
Why, though?
I don't know. So it's...
Wait, which bunk do you think he should have chose? The top? I would have chose the bottom.
Okay. Or maybe
then
the bottom,
you don't have to climb.
It's just weird to me that he's on...
Wait, it's a 3-layer bunk bed? So there's one on the bottom, one in the middle, one on top?
Uh-huh.
Weird. Do you have tall ceilings?
Yeah.
That's good, at least.
But the guy, we bought the triple bunk beds, and the guy's like, we've only seen this one other place. It was the Three Stooges. And I was like, yeah, that's our house.
And is it a twin-size bed?
Uh-huh.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean, he could move out if he...
Sounds like you really want him to. I'm
ready.
Does he work?
He just got a job at Big 5.
Okay.
He wants to be a firefighter.
Got it.
Like, he's got like a 6-pack. I mean, he's a good-looking kid.
Mm-hmm. Is he straight?
Uh-huh.
Has he ever had a girlfriend?
Yeah, he has a dirty whore bitch girlfriend.
Why don't you like her?
Because she hates us.
Why?
Because she wants all of his time. Like, to the point when he gets out of his car, he has to call her. So by the time he's walking in her house, they're already back on the phone.
That's just like young love.
He's 19. She's going to be 20 next month.
Is it his first girlfriend?
Kinda, yeah.
That's kind of just what it seems like.
Yeah, but she just doesn't like him spending any time with anybody but her.
Right. Yeah, I had a girlfriend like that once.
And we're very close family. Like, did your mom like her?
Yeah, I think that's just someone that doesn't know what a relationship's supposed to be yet.
Right.
They just are new to that feeling of being in love, and they are scared.
Well, they broke up, and it was cool, and then I don't know. They just got back together. I'm like, oh my God, why?
They'll break up again once he becomes a firefighter.
Well, he wants to do the forestry because he's so young. Mm-hmm. He's not going to get in the fire department right now. Mm-hmm. So he's going to do forestry for a couple of years.
Okay.
So we find out in February if he gets in. And then
Is that competitive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you're gone for 8 months. Mm-hmm. You get about $60,000 a year, which for a 19-year-old...
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
And they bunk you. Like, you're in a shelter, so you don't even have to pay rent.
Right, so you're saving all that money.
Yeah, you're just banking it all.
As a single 19-year-old?
Yeah.
That's more money than I make.
So I'm like, go, do that. So we find out in February, and then he'll be gone for 8 months, which will be amazing. But it's also scary, because I'm like, well, shit, he just got back with her. Does that mean he's not going to want to leave?
He probably will still leave. Right?
And then, of course, the fear that she's going to get knocked up. That's terrifying. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but that's out of your control.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're pro-abortion.
I hope so. Like, it is in our house.
No, I've never knocked a girl up.
No?
Not that I know of, at least.
Would you want to have kids?
No.
Good for you.
I'd be a bad dad. I'm selfish.
Oh, I'm such a bad
poor.
mom.
I don't want to have 3 kids in a triple bunk bed.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm kind of seeing where the coldness comes from.
But maybe I'd adopt a kid.
Would you?
Because even if I adopt kids and they're in a triple bunk bed, it's still better than being in an orphanage.
That's true. Unless you adopted them and, like, somebody else wanted them and they were, like, super rich. And
right. I would adopt the undesirable kid, like a black one or something.
I don't know. The black ones go pretty high.
They're popular right now?
Yeah.
Then, like, whatever race is the least popular.
I'm telling it. That Blindside movie really popped.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, I'd take, like, an old, troubled one and just beat him up.
It's hard. It's hard raising something that's not yours.
Yeah, sounds hard. I'd do it, though. Because I'm a hero.
You are a hero, Ari. You're the hero.
Save a kid.
Now, have you ever dated anyone your mom didn't like?
I think my mom, whenever a girl dates me, likes her automatically because she's shocked that anyone would date me.
No.
Yeah, so, no, my mom has liked all my girlfriends because she knows that why would anyone put up with me?
Hi, Richie.
Hey.
See, I was really excited when he first started dating her because I was like, ooh, I get a girl. Like,
right.
This is the only way I'm going to get a girl unless one of my kids is gay, which would be so cool.
I have a gay brother.
Do you? Oh, yeah, I knew that. I want a gay son so bad. In fact, I keep telling him, Mama, whichever one of you is gay is going to be my favorite.
And why do you want a gay son?
Huh?
Why do you want a gay son?
Because then I'll have one that just loves me and won't leave me for some dirty whore.
They'll leave you for some dirty whore of a man.
But that's okay. I get along with boys way better than I get along with girls.
I guess.
I understand boys way more than girls.
That's what every girl says.
Yeah, I could see that. But really, like, if I had a little girl, I wouldn't know what to do with her.
Just buy her makeup and send her to beauty school.
I wouldn't know how, like, Mom, teach me how to do makeup. Like, dude.
Teach her how to cook, clean.
Barefoot.
She's got herself a role in this world.
Okay, first of all, I'd have to learn to teach her that.
Yeah, well, you should learn. It's your role as a mother and a wife.
What about a stand-up and a podcaster and an author?
Those are secondary.
Oh, okay.
You were born to be a wife and a mom.
All right. I see where I stand.
When I met you, you weren't doing comedy, were you? Or you were? No, you were just like a fan.
Yeah. I started doing comedy kind of like 4 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but it's not like I was doing it every night. I wasn't even going to open mics. I'd get booked at Flappers like once every 2 months.
Yeah, I think a lot of people start that way. They just dip their feet in and then Then they hit a point, they're like, okay, I gotta get serious.
Yeah.
And then after you get serious, then you are like, okay, I'm gonna get less serious.
Where are you right now?
I think I'm a little less serious than I was at one point.
Because you're doing more spots here than you have in a long time.
No, I mean, I've been doing spots here for 5 or 6 years now.
But I feel like, well, maybe it's just because I'm here more. I feel like I see you more.
Yeah, probably just because you're here more.
Because how long has it been since you hosted Potluck? Because you just hosted Potluck, what, like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, but I don't put in a host that very often. I don't like it.
No?
I host it maybe once a year by choice. It's miserable bringing someone up every 3 minutes. And it's like a thankless job, and you have to say no to a lot of people.
That is true. Especially me.
I do it, I hate it, and then enough time goes by where I'm like, oh, I'll do it again.
Oh, see, that's like having kids.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then after a while, they start going. Because all my kids are 5 years apart.
Mm-hmm. That's how my family is, too. My brothers are. I have one brother that's 5 years younger and one that's 10 years younger.
Oh, you're the middle?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh, yeah. 5, 10. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I can do math.
Yeah.
So which one's the gay one?
The youngest.
Oh my God, that gives me so much hope right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 8-year-old could be gay.
He could. I'm working on it. I'm like, don't like boobs.
Yeah, just show him a bunch of gay porn.
There you go. Oh, that's what I'll get him for Christmas. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So where did you grow up?
San Diego, California.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
I'm glad that you put
Born
the
and
California.
raised there. And then I went to high school in New Mexico. College in Santa Cruz, Northern California.
What'd you study?
Film, and then I moved here right after.
Yeah. Did you always know you wanted to be a comedian?
No, but I always liked it a lot.
Uh-huh.
I was always a big comedy fan. And I was always funny. I liked making people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day it just was like, I'll try it.
Where'd you try it at?
In
Here?
college in Santa Cruz.
Oh, okay.
Felt some sort of insect on me.
There's a fly flying around
Maybe
here.
that's what it was. Comedy Store is a filthy cesspool of animals and germs.
But it's the best.
I'm for
place.
sure, just from doing this podcast, going to have flu.
No.
Or a cold.
Don't say that. Christmas is way too close. No.
Fact.
No. I can't
Comedy
get sick.
Store is a disgusting place.
Open mics are a disgusting place.
True. I don't do them.
When did you stop?
I mean, no, I still do them sometimes, but I scaled way down maybe when I started working here.
Uh-huh.
5 or 6 years ago.
But you're on the list, so like every Monday you could sign up for paid regular, right?
No, I'm not a paid regular.
I mean, not paid regular, but you can friends and family.
Yeah, no, I can get up on Potluck every Monday. But, yeah, no, I stopped doing the mic here when I got a job here. But
Right.
I stopped doing mics, and then I basically stopped doing most mics other places around the same time because you just start getting booked more and all that fun stuff.
Yes, you get booked more if you're a door guy.
Yeah, if you're a door guy.
Not kitchen.
Not kitchen.
Not at all.
Yeah, but they tell you that when you get the job.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see,
It's not like you got the kitchen job thinking you were getting hired. Like, thinking it was the same thing.
no. But when I went in there, Jody was like, why do you want to work in the kitchen? And I was like, chicken tenders are my life.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, you're a comedian. I'm all like, yeah. And he's like, you realize this isn't going to get you stage time. It's not going to do. And I'm like, okay, all right, I get it.
Yeah. And see, that's what they tell people when they get hired, and then some comics get bitter about it anyway.
Right.
Like Nick and, what's that girl's name with the curly hair? The black girl, Davina. Nick and Davina, they get bitter about not getting put up because they work here, but it's like you were told when you got the job
Yeah.
what it was.
Mine was just more, I was like, okay, this can help me network. And I mean, I have gotten up more.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps a little bit.
Yeah, it helped a little bit. And I'm just, like, I'm still trying to prove myself, I think, too. Like, I'm not, like, I still need to put in more dues, which, whatever, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I don't know, maybe I don't push as hard as I should, but I
don't push at all.
I'm just happy.
That's good.
You know, and when I get stage time, I get excited, so.
That's where you want, to be happy. I wish I had that.
You're happy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm very unhappy.
Why? Why are you unhappy?
I think I was just born that way. My dad was unhappy. His dad was unhappy.
My name's Joy. I think that'd be weird if I wasn't like...
That would be weird. Yeah, I should have had my parents name me Joy.
Joy Mannis. There you go.
Are there any male Joys?
No, but I am the third Joy in the family.
You're the only Joy I've ever met, I think.
Yeah. Well, John's mom's name is Joy, and John's grandma's name was Joy, and then I was the third Joy. Because our grandparents were neighbors, and our moms were best friends. So my mother-in-law, before she was my mother-in-law, was my godmother. So, yeah, I'm the third Joy. And John signed my baby book, so...
He's eyeing your baby book?
He signed my baby book.
Oh, he signed it.
I was like, who came and visited me in the hospital? It's John Barnett.
Wait, he knew you when you were a baby?
Yeah.
How?
Because our parents are best friends.
So how old was he when you were born? How much older is he?
He's 8 years older than I am.
Okay, that's not crazy.
It's not bad.
No.
He hit on me when I was 18, and I was like, ew, you're old. And then he hit on me when I was broken and 23, and he was broken.
What do you mean by broken?
I moved to Texas for a guy I met online. I dropped out of college. I had a full scholarship.
Okay.
And he was very mean, and he had a very good right hook. So
okay, so you were in an abusive relationship.
Yeah. So then I moved back.
And then he hit on you again.
And then John hit on me, and it was...
then you were like, perfect timing.
Pretty much. He was going through his divorce. I got with him when he was still kind of married. They were separated.
But they were broken up.
Oh, yeah. And his ex-wife was an awful person. And he was going through this awful custody case. And I was like, ooh, this looks like something I can fix. So I jumped right in on that.
Perfect.
You know, girls like normally trap guys. He trapped me. He's like, oh, you could be a mom for my kid. I'm going to trap you.
Whatever works. You were such a good mom, he doesn't want to leave at 19.
Right? Oh, God, I love him, but...
I couldn't wait to get out of my parents' house.
I was gone. Yeah. I freaking moved to a different state.
But times are different now.
Yeah.
I feel like kids live with their parents longer these days.
Yeah, but I mean... when I lived with my parents, I had basically my own house.
Yeah.
Because it was the back of our house, and it had its own bathroom. It had my bedroom, and then it had like a living room. And so I was set. And then we moved into this teeny tiny house, and then I just ended up getting pregnant twice. Oops. And I'm like, damn, there's too many kids in this house. But...
yeah, I think I want to get a surrogate mother if I were to ever have kids.
And have her leave?
Just have, like, my wife keep her body perfect, keep that pussy tight.
Well, C-section.
Yeah, I don't want that C-section scar either.
Okay.
I want to keep her body right. Not breastfeed. Don't let her breastfead either. Bottle feed the baby.
Okay.
And then have a surrogate mother, so that way her body's great, but the kid still has our amazing genes.
Okay. That's goals right there.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
If I were to have kids, which I don't think I want. I don't even think I want to get married.
No, it's hard. And you lose so much.
And it's just a certificate. It's like if you love someone, just be with them. Why do you have to have a ceremony and put a title on it?
Hell, we went to Vegas because
That's where my parents got married.
I'm such an anxiety-ridden person. Like the thought of planning a wedding freaks me out. So we went to Vegas, and I don't even know if we're really married or not.
You probably are.
Because our priest was super drunk and didn't have the witnesses sign it.
Okay.
So John was like, just put my parents' name on it.
So you could probably get an annulment if you wanted.
Probably. Like when I get really rich, like when my books become like movies.
Mm-hmm. You write books?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the sex books.
Yeah, the sex romance books.
Yeah,
then I'll be like, peace out. You get the kids.
Nice.
Love you.
I wrote a book.
Did you?
Yeah, a children's book.
You did?
And I have another one coming out.
What made you decide to write a kid's book?
It's called Bears Don't Like Candy.
Uh-huh.
And it's about this kid that goes into the forest with candy, and a bear steals his candy and just, causes a big... The moral of the story is don't go into the forest without asking your parents for permission first, and don't bring candy.
Okay.
And how I came up with that is I was staying with this family in British Columbia, and their son Teddy, who was so sweet and cute, went out into the forest with candy, and a grizzly bear mauled him to death.
Please tell me you're lying.
And I thought if I could just save one life, one kid's life with this book, it'll all be worth it.
Okay.
So I wrote it, got a friend to draw the pictures, and put it out there self-published it, and the rest was history. Now I'm a millionaire.
There. What's the second book about?
The second book is called Polar Bears Like Candy.
Okay. Who died for this one?
And this one's it's just like a loose sequel, I guess. It could be, but it stands on its own.
Okay. Standalone. Okay.
Yeah.
I made
a lot of mistakes in that first book.
Uh-huh, we all do.
Grammatically, the pictures, just a lot of lessons. So I basically used them in this book to make a new and improved 2.0 version.
That's so weird, though, that out of all the types of books you could have written, you decided to go for a kid's book.
They're a lot easier, I think.
I don't know. I wrote a kid's book for Brody's kindergarten teacher. She was amazing. And, it's called Super Bear's Adventure. And that I drew the pictures, I wrote the book, and that was a pain in my ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot of work, but compared to a novel...
See, because I ghostwrite too, and I can pop novels out super fast. I mean, the ghostwritten ones aren't the best ones because I'm not going to give you my best effort. But I don't know. I feel like I can write a book way faster than doing a kid's book.
How much do you get paid to ghostwrite a novel?
The ones I write are super short, so like 600, not very much.
For how many pages?
If it's like an 8x5 book, it's probably going to be like 100 pages, not very much.
$600?
Yeah, it comes out to about 65,000 words.
Wow.
But I have a lady who's been wanting me to ghostwrite for her for a very long time. And she was like, listen, I'm going to give you a deal. I'm going to half the proceeds with you. She's like, my last book, the first month, it made $6,000. And I'm all, oh, okay. So I'm writing 3 for her right now.
Wow, 3. And she just likes your writing a lot?
Yeah, we're friends.
Does she give you the premises to write about, or do you just fully just hand her a book?
She
This is your new book.
told me the topic.
Okay, got it.
She's like, I want, because she writes tropes, so the ones that are like super popular. Like, okay, so when Sons of Anarchy came out, MC books, Motorcycle Club books were super big. So that trope, like, was inundated. There's so many. So, the one we're doing right now, we're hoping to start. That fly likes you.
Yeah, I got a new friend.
Don't you feel relaxed having a fly keep landing on you?
Only at the Comedy Store, there bugs everywhere.
It's only one. I don't know why he keeps landing on you. I keep shooing him away. So, yeah. That one I'm working a little bit harder on because
there's potential for more money.
Yeah, the better that one does. And then what she's going to do is, because she's just a marketing genius.
Okay.
So she's going to help me market my next book and tell me, like, how to use the money.
That's good. How many books do you have?
I have 7 out, 8 if you count the dirty one that I wrote under a pen name.
Wow.
And I have about 40 out if you count all the ones I've ghostwritten.
Wow.
So, hopefully, and she was like, I'll teach you how to market. And then she quit her job. All she does is write books. So I'm like, if I could quit the chiropractor and then just write and then do comedy.
You don't want to give massages anymore?
I don't mind doing the podcast, but the podcast kind of ruined me too, because here I don't have to be professional. I can talk. I'm supposed to talk to you. Where in the chiropractor's office, I'm kind of have to be professional. So it's just a different vibe, and I've been doing it for 12 years. And I do a lot, and I go pretty deep on people, so I just don't want to be that grandma that's like, oh, I can't pick up my grandkids because my hands don't work.
Oh, right. So you feel like your body's sore from it.
Yeah. Like, there's times when I'm lifting weights, like if I do the bar, I can't open my hands, and my niece has to peel my hands off the bar.
Ouch.
And I'm like, okay, if my fingers aren't working... And, like, even with the kettlebell, I have a hard time, like, letting go of the kettlebell.
Yeah, you should stop.
So, I want to focus on something else. Like, the podcast I like doing. If I could just do the podcast, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's hard to make money on a podcast. You gotta have a lot of listeners.
Yeah. How long have you been doing yours?
I just started taking it seriously in the last year.
Okay.
But I started it maybe 4 years ago.
Right, because you had Brody on it, too.
Yeah, that was very shortly before he passed, maybe a couple of months.
He was supposed to be on mine, like, 2 weeks after. Mm-hmm. So that sucked. I was like, oh, you're supposed to be on my podcast. So, but you had really good guests on your podcast, too.
Yeah, I just book my friends, basically. So the guests have been pretty good.
Now, what made you decide to do that type of podcast?
I just thought of the idea, and it's very simple and easy to do and easy to repeat. And kind of just, thought it was a good name for a podcast and a good hook, so I just ran with it.
Right. I do envy you guys that just talk. I'm like, they don't have to massage, they don't have to work.
Oh, yeah.
You can just talk to people without doing stuff?
Yeah, but people like, the massage, whatever, gimmick, if you want to call it that. Mm-hmm. That's good. It's interesting. That alone will attract people to watch it.
Right.
Just talking, there's a million podcasts that just talk, so that idea won't entice people to tune in.
But what's funny is, like, because I named it Happy Endings, you'll see churches pop up, like, on SoundCloud, and they'll listen to one episode, and then I think when they realize it's not.
Churches?
Yeah.
Why do churches want happy ending?
I wonder if they're, like, trying to save me. Or they're, like, I would be their next crusade, maybe.
Weird.
It's very weird. Like, it's funny because when I go and look at people, it'll be like the ministry or blah, blah, blah. And it's just like a bunch of churches, but they'll only listen to one episode. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
It makes me laugh. I'm like, I wonder what they thought. Like, first of all, it's like a 40-minute podcast. Who's getting a 40-minute happy ending?
Yeah, no Jesus lover.
Or more Jesus lovers than we think.
I've never had a happy ending massage.
No, a lot of comedians have.
Yeah, I think just most men have tried it out, but no, I never did it. But I've had prostitutes in Mexico, so I'm no square.
How many prostitutes in Mexico?
Like 5.
How old were you when you had the first one?
The first one, not that long ago. Maybe, I want to say 26 or something, 25, I don't know.
How old are you now?
30.
So within 5, so it's a hooker a year?
No, averaging? I went, right when I went, I would go, like, I liked it the first time I went, so then I basically did like 5 in a year or 2 and then stopped.
Okay. So how long has it been?
A few years. And I've gone a couple times in the last 2 years, but every time I've gone, I haven't wanted to do it.
Is it a different one each time, or did you find like a favorite?
No, it was different each time.
Where do you find them?
At the
One I've never been to.
There's a brothel. It's like a strip club brothel in Tijuana. It's called the Hong Kong.
The Hong Kong in Tijuana.
And you go in there and just like 100 different women. And you pick the one you want. That's it.
Do you do it there?
You go up to a room.
Do they change the sheets?
Believe so.
How much?
It's $80.
Do you tip?
For a half hour. Yeah, tip like $5 or something.
For a half hour. Okay, but what happens, like, if you come super fast? What do you do for the next, like...
Then that's it.
Oh, then you leave.
One nut.
One nut, okay.
Half hour, one nut. So, yeah, I mean, I've never used the whole half hour, but you finish up, and then that's it. Go downstairs, get some carne asada street tacos.
Fuck, yeah. Okay, have you ever been, like, close to, like, not getting it in the half hour where you're like, shit, I gotta hurry up?
No, I'm like a 5-minute man.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been the opposite. I always leave going, man, I should have used more of my half hour.
So $80 for, like, 15 minutes of work?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, especially in Tijuana. You know, the money goes a lot further there.
Right, and then a $5 tip. Do they have pimps, though? Do they have to, like, pay?
I don't know what the house gets.
Okay.
I'm not sure. They might just get, because it's also a bar, full bar downstairs, and who knows? They might not even, they might keep the whole thing. They also, you pay for the room, you get $10 or something.
Huh.
So I don't even know. They might get to keep that whole $80. I'm not sure.
Like, I wonder if they're like hairstylists where they just pay rent for the room.
Yeah, maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you should go try it out as like a Vice documentary.
Right?
Go try and become a Mexican prostitute. See what happens.
Nobody would pay for this.
Do you think your family would get mad?
I'd call John and be like, please come pay $80 so I feel loved.
I think someone would pay because, like, you know, different guys like different things.
I guess. But I also know, okay, so there's
women of all shapes, sizes, skin colors.
Which one do you go for?
I like skinny girls like under 30.
Okay. Is that what you're like, I need the skinniest under 30 girl you have?
Yeah, I like girls who are fit. Take care of themselves.
Right. I'm sorry.
Not your fault.
I know, but it sucks. But there's also, like, I know a guy, he's a business guy, and he would fly from Utah to Nevada to LAX. Mm-hmm. And the LAX to Nevada, there was during Friday, he'd be like, there's just gorgeous women on the flight every Friday. And then he would come home on like Sunday night, and it would be the same girls flying from Nevada back to LAX. And finally he was like, okay, I have to know, like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, we're strippers.
Oh yeah, a lot of girls go to Vegas to strip.
For
it's
the
same
weekend.
Thing at the brothel in Mexico. A lot of girls fly up from like Guatemala and Chile and other South American countries.
But that's how they pay for college.
Yeah.
They rent like a shitty apartment that they all stay in during the weekend.
Yeah.
And then they strip for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. My college was paid for. I didn't even have to worry. Never had to think about stripping.
But most strippers were like molested when they were kids.
Yeah, most comedians were too.
You think most comedians were?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to say a good 76%.
You think 76% of comedians were molested?
I truly do.
Whoa.
I mean, maybe not the shitty open micers that are never going to, like, try hard and get anywhere. Or maybe, yeah, because they need that attention. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm curious to know if that's accurate. That's wild if it's true.
It has to be. Because I watch a lot of comedy because I'm a super nerd. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are like, yeah, I got molested. I mean, freaking Theo Vaughn's Jingle Bell story was, it was one of the hardest to laugh at, but god damn, it was funny.
Yeah.
So.
I have a molestation joke, but I was never molested.
No. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I was or not.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
I feel like you'd know.
No, maybe. So maybe I wasn't. Maybe I just want to be like one of the cool kids and be like, yeah, somebody wanted to touch me too. Or something fucked up happened in a lot of these comedians' lives.
Yeah, I think every comedian's fucked up. I just don't think they were all molested.
I think
but
a lot
every
of them
stripper
were.
and porn star, molested.
Yeah.
Or 99% of them.
There's that 1% that are just like, oh, I like cock.
Yeah.
No, are you talking like really good porn stars or like the amateur ones?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
For someone to fuck on camera and put that on the internet, yeah, they're all damaged.
I had a porn... Well, he said he was a porn star. He wasn't.
The guy you were sleeping
Massaging.
with? Oh, massaging.
Yeah.
Why would he lie about that?
Well, I think he's around porn. And at one point, he was like an extra.
Okay.
But he wasn't like porn. And he kept talking about like spiritual. It was really boring. It was like the worst episode. I was like, fuck, I don't want to even put this out. Because I like kept trying to like spice up the conversation and it just... No, I feel their energy. And I was like, oh, fuck you. All right,
I've not released episodes. I've recorded them, and some of them I just didn't like them, so I just never put them out.
The only one I've ever not released was Kurt Metzger's.
How come?
Because he got very political.
Okay.
And he got, because he was born Jehovah's Witness.
Uh-huh.
And he got very religious.
Okay.
And it sucked because the very first part of the episode was fucking hilarious because he was talking about how he tried to suck his dick, and at one point he got the tip in his mouth, and then
whoa, he must have been flexible.
And then
or had a big dick.
Well, I mean, when you're a teenager, I think you're...
I was never able to do it. I tried.
Did you try? Okay.
Yeah, every guy's tried. If a guy says they haven't tried, they're lying.
Okay. Well, John, when John and I were first dating, like we were all playing poker, and I asked David when he still drank too. And I was like, hey, and I was asking everyone around the table, if you could suck your dick, would you? And some guys were like, fuck yeah, and some guys were like, no, that's gay. And then it gets to John, and he's like, fuck no, I know where that's been. And I started laughing because I was like, that's a witty response. And then I was like, wait. Should I be worried? Like, it's been in me.
It's a joke.
I was like, okay, because he was a man whore. John was fucking good looking when he was younger.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He was a whore. But anyway, so Kurt Metzger is like, yeah, my mom knocked on the door, and, they were all Jehovah's Witness. And then we talked about, like, his socks and how I was like, I feel sorry for socks in my house because they're not just socks. They're cum rags, and it's just... And it was just a super funny episode. We were laughing the whole time, and then he went... like hard into politics and hard into religion, and I was like...
And you just didn't like it?
It was too much. And it was when him and Annie Letterman were still dating.
Uh-huh.
So I had Annie first. No, I had Kurt first. Yeah. And then I had Annie, and then Annie talked about her rape.
Okay.
Like hardcore.
Okay.
So when they left, I was like, I need... sugar and chocolate and just...
Power couple right there.
I was like, I need happiness right now because those two episodes drained me. I was like, I don't know what to do.
But you put out the rape one, but not the politics one.
Yeah, I put out Annie's and I put like a disclaimer on it. I'm like, hey, this is a trigger warning. Like, nah, you may not want to listen to this one, which was crazy because then a bunch of people were like, I gotta listen to this one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's what people want. I bet you the politics and religion one would have done good too.
I mean, I still have it.
The other day, I was leaving my brother's. My brother runs this comedy show in his friend's backyard. And I was leaving it, and there was this girl on the sidewalk, and I walked by her, and I just said, "God bless, have a good night." And she turned to me and she goes, "God isn't real."
Oh shit.
And I don't even believe in God. I just say God bless to people.
Right.
But what if I did? Like, what a bitch. I mean, just say thank you, you too.
Right. Well, it's just like how I feel when people like say, "Oh, Merry Christmas," or just go with it, even if you're not.
Yeah, no one's saying Merry Christmas to offend you.
Yeah, they're not being a dick.
And no one says God bless to offend you, even if they're religious Christians. So
right.
That really upset me.
I mean, bless your heart. That's a whole fucking nother thing, which I learned about in Texas. My ex My ex's mom used to go, oh, bless your heart. And I'm like, you're saying fuck you. Like, fuck you. She also used to introduce us as roommates. And I'm like, bitch, we live in a 1-bedroom apartment and my breath still smells like his dick. Like, stop. Oh, it made me so mad. This is his roommate. No, we're fucking. He's hitting me. Like, we're more than fucking. He's abusive. God damn it. I should be better than a fucking roommate.
I'd like to hear his side of the story.
Don's? Oh, my God. Well, he was very charming. Mm-hmm. And when I finally broke up with him, because he was very good at where he left his bruises, but one night he got really crazy and he dragged me out of bed, which I wasn't allowed to sleep on the bed. I had to sleep on an air mattress on the floor.
Next to the bed?
Next to the bed.
Okay.
And one night he got mad and he pulled me out of bed by my T-shirt, and the T-shirt ripped, and I had like huge like Indian burns across my neck, and I couldn't hide those. And then he like proceeded to beat me up pretty good. And it was the first time like he ever lost control, where he didn't think about where he was leaving the bruises, which was terrifying. And like I had friends, because I had to go to work, and I had friends that were like, hey, I know he hit you and everything, but he's really nice. Like, would you be mad if we stayed friends with him? And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? You do you, but I have to completely get away from him. So I moved out, and I lived in Texas. I was making $15 an hour at AT&T Wireless, and I had a duplex for $295 a month.
Damn.
I was fine.
Yeah.
But he broke in. And I was taking a shower, and I opened my eyes, and he was standing there staring at me crying.
He was crying?
Uh-huh. And he's like, your apartment feels more like home than mine, and I miss you, and I love you. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I called my parents, and I was like, hey, can you come get me? And we had to leave in the middle of the night. It was crazy. And I had like told my parents, I'm like, hey, we have to leave in the middle of the night. I couldn't do a 2-week notice at my work because he worked there too. We worked the same hours. So I called in sick. I couldn't tell anyone I was leaving.
Damn.
And then when he got off work, like 15 minutes later, and he'd always call me from a private number, like he covered his tracks so well. And he called me and he's like, hey, I heard you were sick. I was bringing you chicken noodle soup, and I'm at your house and nobody's here. And I was like, uh-huh. And I was like, hey, I left. I'm gone. You can never get me again.
Damn.
It was fucking crazy. And then I wrote a book and made him the villain and killed him and destroyed his family. So
did he read it?
No, probably not. Because I go by my middle name. I don't go by my last name.
Well, there you showed him.
Yeah, right? And then I got that and had kids, and woo!
I wonder what he's up to now.
He is a vice president of a bank.
I wonder if he still beats women.
I don't know.
Hopefully not.
I hope not. You know what, though? I think he's gay.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that's why he was mad at me. It's because I was skinny.
Because you didn't have a big enough cock?
No, he had a very girthy. He was very big.
But that's why he was mad at you, because you didn't have one that was as big as his.
Maybe. He'd make me peg him all the time. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah, he's gay.
But, you have to think, his dad was a cotton farmer. You're fine. His dad was like a good old boy, Texas.
Wow. So
I don't think he could ever admit it.
Yeah. Yeah, in Texas, especially, what year was this?
2000?
2000? Yeah,
2001.
you can't be gay in Texas in 2001.
Nope. So, yeah.
Get your ass kicked. I remember I went to a military school for high school.
Uh-huh.
And there was one guy who came out of the closet in the whole school, and he got beat up so much.
Aww.
Yeah.
It wasn't your brother, was it?
No, my brother was 10 years younger than me.
Ugh. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But whatever, he's gone. I check on him every once in a while to make sure.
You call him?
No, like I stalk his Facebook.
Yeah,
just to make sure. That's why I know he's a vice president of a bank, which to me is kind of security, because he was always very smart. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, he's never going to ruin what he has to like try and find me. So as long as he's doing well, I'm safe.
Yeah. I'm sure he's over it by now.
Yeah, and I mean, he dated a couple women, like and one was scary though. One lady had like 5 kids, and I was like, oh God. Because he was just very mean. And I was like, oh, those kids, but then they broke up, so whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Have you had any crazy exes?
I think all women are crazy.
Oh, we are.
But yeah, I've had crazy exes. I had nothing too crazy. My last ex was just bipolar. Ended up I broke up with her, and then she came to the comic store with another guy just to fuck with me.
Did it bother you, or you're like,
yeah.
oh
Yeah, it bothered
did
me.
it?
Yeah, definitely. So she was kind of crazy, and then I guess that was it.
So how do you feel? Do you feel more like, are you from a 1 to 10? Where are you now?
6.
Okay.
Went down.
I got you down 1 point. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it. Is there anything you want to plug?
No. You guys know my name. You could find me if you want me.
I'm afraid to ask. How do you feel?
Like from the massage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're definitely good at giving massages.
Okay.
Yeah, someone told me, they're like, oh my god, she's so good, it feels so good, and I know what they're saying, but I just don't like massages.
Okay, well.
But you're a pro, and if anyone out there on the internet wants to pay you $1,000 an hour to do it, it'd be worth it for them.
Nice, okay. Well, I appreciate you being uncomfortable and coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, take your time getting up. I'm going to leave the room. Thank you for coming, though. I appreciate it. Ooh, it's warm in here. All right, that was my episode with Ari Mannis. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, click, subscribe, comment, send emails to Joy, joyshappyendings@gmail.com, and have a great week.